I want to go back to, when Reba was young and you guys were on the road and rodeo. And
we didn't have anywhere to live at all, no land, and I won a car down in Carrollton, Texas, in the calf roping, and she was springing pretty heavy, and so I told her to go over there, and we knew her brother wanted to sell this little old place. And anyhow, she swapped the car for the 80 acres of land, and we give him $500 to boot. And that's how that all come
That's
about.
how we got our first house.
you were still there when Reba was born in '55.
Mm-hmm.
And then when did you move from Bethel over to Chalky?
In 57.
How long did y'all live there then?
34 years.
Really? So that is where she...
That's where they grew up. And the roping pen was across the railroad track, and that was their playground.
The rattlesnakes was thick between the house and the roping pen, but it didn't stop them from going to the roping pen.
That's where they spent their time. Well, I've never seen a kid yet that didn't like to play in the dirt.
Yeah.
Well, Clark kept the rodeo arena, the arena plowed up because that's where he practiced calf roping, steer roping, and everything. And if nothing else, those little kids, Reba and Susie, just play in the dirt. That's just the way kids do.
Mm-hmm.
But they rode the calves and steers. Alice did that.
Alice rode the steers?
Yeah.
Did Reba ever ride the calves?
I don't know if she did or not. I would say not.
Yeah.
Reba wasn't very nervy.
She said, the thing I learned from my dad is to be competitive. He made a living by competing, and so have I. So,
That's good.
And then she said,
That's
Jackie, she said, being a good mother. She loved, protected, and disciplined me. She showed us our boundaries of how far we could go before we got out of line. That's a very important thing for a mother to know. How old was Reba the first time you guys took her on the road to a rodeo?
Oh, goodness.
Well,
I don't know, but they just went where we went.
Peg started singing first, see, and around the rodeos up there, Cheyenne and things, they'd give him a nickel to sing. He'd say, I'll sing you a song for a nickel when he was about 3 years old.
Away in a Manger was what she sang the first time.
How old would she have been then?
Oh, in the first grade, I think.
First grade? She
But
sang Away in the Manger?
She sang a solo at the Christmas play, yeah.
Yeah, but listen, let me get this brag on her a little bit. It was, what was that? It was a hard song.
He, have you ever heard the song He? It's a pretty hard song to sing when she was in the third grade that she sang at their graduation. Carl Albert was the speaker at that graduation. And when she got through singing and he got up to speak, he said, I predict that this child will be as well or better known and famous as her daddy if she continues on.
I'd done 1, 2, or 3 championships steer roping then.
Did you believe him, or did you just think he was a politician?
No, I was proud
He
that
wouldn't have said
that.
it unless
And
he meant
I
it.
believe, they got to saying the old fella was senile, and he wrote her a letter after she did get famous, and he wrote word for word what he said at that graduation and sent it to her.
In 1974 at the finals, Reba was going to school at Southeastern, and she was going to go up to NFR, and they say that we told her she might as well get a job while she's up there. And tell me about that.
Well, she said, what in the world could I do? I said, well, go around and see Clem, get a job singing the national anthem. Somebody might hear you.
Our kids were exposed to a lot of travel, and they knew a lot of different...
They could read the road maps better than I could.
That's one thing I remember about Reba when she got her first bus. This driver couldn't read a road map, and she'd have to read it for him. And he said, I just loved him to pieces. He said, well, he looked at Reba and he looked kind of sad, and he said, well, I guess next thing you'll be doing is driving the bus. And sure enough, she did.
She drove her own bus?
Oh, yeah.
Just when she
Just
wanted
when she
to.
wanted to, just to show him she could.